Minute play, the romantic, quirky comedy, Henry Miller, Bloody Marys and Heathrow, by Keiran Caroll, directed by Susan Chastain. A young American man stuck at London's Heathrow Airport meets a lovely British woman obsessed with the writings of Henry Miller. Quirky romance ensues. That's coming up next on Live from the Theater Basement.
Parched, the Art of Water in the Southwest. 8 Arizona-based artists created works that reflect our intricate relationship with water in our natural, cultural, and political landscapes. Parched, the Art of Water in the Southwest, on display now through January 9th by appointment to ensure safety at Coconino Center for the Arts.
I'm your host, Chris Verrill. Our setting tonight is Heathrow Airport. It's Henry Miller, Bloody Marys, and Heathrow here on Live from the Theater Basement.
London's Heathrow Airport.
More delays? Jesus Christ. Couldn't they at least put up a departure time? I could have stayed. William, glad you answered. I'm at Heathrow Airport. Yes, I know I should be in Dublin. It didn't work out with Celia. Thanks for trying to set it all up, but I don't know. So I left. I thought I'd see a bit of London. I enjoyed it. Yesterday I changed hotels for the final night. I go into this new place. There's no one much around. I sit down with my stuff, buy a beer. The bar guy disappears. I look across and there's a...
I saw him. I was drinking a Bloody Mary and had just washed my hair. I glanced at him.
I glanced at her once, then twice, then... All right, I have to admit it. I glanced a third time. Hi.
Hi.
She takes a book out of her bag. I recognize the cover. It's Henry Miller.
And Arlene, with the chocolate eclair mug, wasn't the first of the little group to go to the insane asylum. I don't say it was masturbation that drove them there, but certainly the atmosphere of the convent had
still
something
there?
to do with it.
So I try not to, but then I can't help myself. I muster some courage and go over to speak with her. William, are you there? Tropic of Capricorn, right?
Do you know Henry Miller?
I've read that one and Tropic of Capricorn. I can't imagine many women in 2020 reading Henry Miller, his sexual politics, 5 wives.
You'd be surprised. Maybe other women just don't advertise it. Read you something.
Please do.
What
Is this hotel so empty?
What the hell are you going to do? A hot bitch like that plasters herself up against you and slips her tongue halfway down your throat. I should tell you I'm married.
Oh, I wasn't thinking.
I know you were. What would Henry Miller do in this situation?
Easy question. He'd take you upstairs, take off your clothes, and ravish you.
It's a pity you're not Henry Miller.
It is a pity I'm not Henry Miller.
Well, if you buy me another Bloody Mary, I might let myself contemplate a trip upstairs with you, even though you're not. Scene 2, a hotel room. There was no night in which to rest. It was perpetual starlight on the arid surface of dead planets. Now and then I saw a lake, black as marble, in which I saw myself walking amidst brilliant orbs of light. So low hung the stars, and so dazzling was the light they shed that it was as if the universe were about to be born. Scene 3. Back at London's Heathrow Airport.
6 p.m.? No way! Another 10 hours? What is going on? It's you, the Henry Miller fan. What a beautiful time we had yesterday. Are you going somewhere? You never mentioned you were traveling.
I'm going to Paris. Only 2 hours ago, I had the phone conversation I've always wanted to have. I am going to meet Henry Miller. He's invited me to dinner and then to his studio to view his watercolors and read his latest writings.
I hate to break it to you, but Miller died in Los Angeles in 1980, 40 years ago. He hasn't been around Paris.
A man like Miller does not know how to die. Let me read some more of him out loud.
In the middle of Heathrow Airport?
I wiggled the bloody bathing suit off her, and there she was, floating like a mermaid with her big, strong teats bobbing up and down like bloated corks.
Don't go to Paris. Don't meet Henry.
I'm going to Paris.
You'll be disappointed. It's better to keep one's literary heroes at a distance, keep them precious and glamorous within the imagination.
Don't be jealous.
I could never compete with Paris will be a letdown. We could get out of Heathrow together. I can forget my flight back to the States as well. We can read Henry Miller together if you wish. Read him all night. Go back to the hotel. What do you say?
I must go.
It's a beautiful dream you're having. I wish I had one of those myself.
It's no dream. And don't even think about seducing Aeneas Nin to get back at me.
Don't worry, I won't.
Everything that happens, when it has significance, is in the nature of a contradiction. I imagined that somewhere outside in life, as they say, lay the solution to all things. Hello?
Cynthia, it's Henry Miller. I'm calling from a cafe now in the Latin Quarter. Excuse the noise. The Bohemians haven't yet gone to bed.
Henry, I'm on my way to you. I'm about to board. I'm at the Heathrow, about to board.
That's what I wanted to know about. A telegram arrived. I have to go back to America for an indefinite period. A sudden change of plans.
I could meet you.
I know what you're going to suggest, but it would be tedious for you. Endless meetings, people I haven't seen in quite some time. We'll have to be lovers at a later point. I'm sorry, Cynthia, I must go. There's a line for the phone. Cynthia, hear me out. I'll cancel my flight home. I'll get a plane to Paris. The next flight. I'll give you and Henry plenty of space and time, but when you're not seeing him, could you spare a few hours for me?
Yes, I could. This would be possible.
We'll have two lovers then. Is that what you're thinking?
I will have you as a lover, and I will have Henry Miller.
Can't argue with that. Shall I meet you in 2 days outside Notre Dame? 3 p.m.? We can start with an ice cream and a stroll.
My flight. Yes, I see you for an ice cream in Paris. Until then.
Ah, William, your answering machine. How many times have I heard that message over the years? I'm not coming back to America. I'm going to Paris to be the supposed second boyfriend of a married English woman who believes she's about to have a crazed and tumultuous affair with her. At least you can't say you've heard that one before. Once that is knocked on the head, I intend to fall in love with her and for us to have a grand romantic time in the French capital. I'll call from Paris with an update.
I love Paris.
Why, oh, why do I love Paris?
Because my love is near.
Theatrikos presents A Tuna Christmas, a Texas-sized Christmas comedy. Two comedic actors portray 22 citizens of Tuna, the third smallest town in Texas. It's 24 hours before Christmas, and the eccentric residents prepare for the town's annual Christmas festivities. A Tuna Christmas is streaming live in a living room near you, opening November 27th. Visit www.theatrikos.com for reservations.
Henry Miller, Bloody Marys, and Heathrow, featuring Sarah Lee and Evan Luthi. Take a bow, both of you. Well done. Written by Keiran Caroll, directed by Susan Chastain. Live from the theater basement, producers Jamie Hassapis, Linda Satera. Engineer Matt Brewer. Technician Jaden Roberts. Associate producers Virginia Brown, John Propster, and Michael Roulon. Crew Hayden Eckhouse, Casey Garcia, Malene LaBerge, Joe Maniglia, and Justin Moscow. Dramaturgy, Theatrikos Artistic Committee. Play Curation, Northern Arizona Playwriting Showcase, Executive Producer Chris Farrell. Live from the theater basement, streaming live on Sunday evenings at 7:30 and available wherever you get your podcasts, is a production of Theatrikos Theatre Company in partnership with Northern Arizona Playwriting Showcase and Deuteron Films. Theatrikos Theatre Company, Flagstaff, Arizona, is the theater company of Northern Arizona and the Grand Canyon, embracing the spirit of Broadway with shows like Matilda, Holmes and Watson, and the raunchy Christmas comedy A Tuna Christmas, opening on November 27th. And in fact, if you loved Evan's performance in this, he is starring in A Tuna Christmas along with Susan Chastain, who directed this show. Evan and Susan come to us here in A Tuna Christmas on November 27th. Live from the theater basement, it's a new show, currently in previews and opening, fingers crossed, sometime soon. If you're a playwright of a 10-minute show, NAPS will begin accepting submissions for the 2021 contest in the spring. Email theater@theatrikos.com for submission guidelines. If you'd like to see wonderful 10-minute shows live in person, you can follow Northern Arizona Playwriting Showcase on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you as a listener viewer have input, we'd love to hear from you. It's the same email, theater@theatrikos.com. Live from the theater basement, streaming live on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. and, of course, wherever you get your podcasts, is funded by the Flagstaff Arts Council, #Flagstaff365, and the Arizona Community Foundation. Additional funding by the Arizona Commission on the Arts, Flagstaff 365, BBB revenue from the City of Flagstaff, and listener viewers like you. Thanks for joining us here on Live from the Theater Basement. This is Theatrikos.